Welcome to Sugar Free Reviews. So, tonight I want to discuss a book that has helped me tremendously since I got my type 1 diagnosis. But first, while I'm on camera, it is time for me to take my long-acting insulin because I forgot the time until now and it's almost 9, so I'm about 40 minutes late, so I want to get that out of the way first. And then I'll talk about the book. I cannot wait to start my insulin pump. I'm waiting for them to get back to me. I already had my phone call with Tandem, picked out all the stuff. I'm just waiting for the doctor to finish writing up all the reports and for the insurance company to go ahead with everything. But my long acting, I take 8 units of Basaglar, the pen. I have tweaked it recently because I noticed that my sugars have been high at night, and then when I'm waking up in the morning for work, I'm still running at like 150, which I don't like because as soon as I eat, I'm over 200 easily. So last night I took 9 units and I was fine throughout the day. But because I'm alright now, I'm just going to stick with the 8 until I talk to the doctor about it or until I get the Tandem insulin pump, which I won't even be taking this anymore. I'll just be taking the other one that I'm on, which is, what am I on, the Fiasp or something? Fiasp. I'll be on that one, he said. So right now I just gotta find a spot to do my injection. Sometimes this is a pain in the ass and I can't find a good spot. Either it hurts or it just won't go into the skin. And it's like I don't know if you can see all the damn dots these leave and the bruising. But it does get annoying. I just want to find an easy spot. And it was good to me. Sometimes it's so easy and not frustrating, and other times I feel like I can't get the needle in and I have to switch out the needle because I feel like as soon as I do that, it seems to magically work. And I just count. I think you're supposed to leave it in there for about 20 or 30 seconds. So I try to do that. I don't know if it makes a difference. Thought that was what I was told originally. Who knows? And I think that's good enough. Let me just dispose of this real quick. Alright, I have to use my earbuds some reason. When I was cooking dinner for my brother earlier, my phone fell in the sink when I was rinsing something off, so now the speaker on the phone doesn't work. So, I had to go a different way. So the book I wanted to talk to you about, if you are new, recently diagnosed with type 2, type 1, type 1.5, I don't even know how many different types of diabetes that they have out there now. But Dr. Bernstein's Diabetic Solutions, this book has helped so much. When I first got my diagnosis, I was completely devastated because at first they treated me for type 2 diabetes for the first 6 months. So all I was thinking was, well, if I change my diet, drop my A1C down below 5.7, I'm going to beat this and I'm going to be all right. Sadly, 6 months later, I get another blood test. I don't know if it was the C-peptide or whatever the heck it's called. I believe that's the one that monitors the antibodies to see if they're attacking the pancreas or whatever. Don't quote me on it. I think that's the one. But that blood test I had done, all of a sudden, I get a phone call. Hey, you just had blood work done, and we need you to come in the office immediately. You need to start on insulin because you're not a type 2 diabetic, you're a type 1. And I was completely taken back. I lost it. As soon as I got off the phone, I remember I was freaking crying and everything because here I am thinking for 6 months I'm doing great. I lost 50 pounds. I'm ready to reverse type 2 diabetes just to get slapped in the face and told, guess what? You're type 1 diabetic. This is never going away. You're fucked. Excuse my language, but that's what I felt. I still feel that way, but I'm dealing with the emotions a lot better because I'm going to have this for the rest of my life. So I need to try to be in the best mind frame, have the best attitude, and go about life in the best way that I can. So my mom actually picked up this book for me. I saw it. I don't know if it was on one of my Facebook groups or if it was on Instagram, but I looked into this book. We went to Barnes & Noble. She bought me this book, and I read it. And as soon as I started reading it, I had such a better understanding with diabetes. So many things that I had no clue about, even remedies to certain things. Because I remember I got this book, and it was in the winter time. And there's a lot of things like with dry skin. And I bought all kinds of lotions and creams, diabetic ones, non-diabetic ones, expensive ones, non-expensive ones, just trying to find something that made my skin feel better. And I remember the biggest issue was like the feet. And I always take care of my feet. Like I scrub them, I get all the dead skin off them. And it was like nothing was making them feel soft. So I open up this book and I'm reading it, and it comes to like a skincare, and I think there was a section on there that even talked about feet. And the guy was talking about using olive oil, that olive oil seemed to work. So I tried it, and it did work. My feet felt great. They weren't dry, nothing, and it's a natural thing, so I'm not freaking putting chemicals going into my skin. But it was simple things like that. Plus it talked about diet, things to eat, things to avoid. But it actually, this book helped me so much mentally because I was down for a while, really down. You know, you get to a point, especially after 6 months when you've worked so hard, changing your lifestyle, changing all the foods you eat, and, you know, you want to go in that cabinet to have that snack. You want to have that ice cream everyone else is having, and it's like, no, you have to be good. You know what I mean? My sugar's 150. Is it worth having that big thing of ice cream? It's really not. And at that time, I wasn't on mealtime insulin yet either. I was only taking the long-acting. And right now I'm taking mealtime insulin plus the long-acting, but I'm still in my honeymoon phase, and I have a feeling that the honeymoon... Alright, I'm back. I ran out of storage, so my video cut off just as I was talking about how I was in the honeymoon phase, but I think that the honeymoon phase is ending. Yeah. So I recommend this book. It gives all information for type 1 and type 2 diabetes. I don't know if it has all the other types of diabetes in here, but it is informative. Also, Dr. Bernstein is on YouTube, and he does podcasts. He answers a ton of questions in each one, so I highly recommend anybody looking for any information, check out his podcast. I will put the link in the description box for anyone to check it out. You can purchase this book on Barnes & Nobles, Amazon, eBay, probably on any of your electronic devices, ebooks, anywhere, but I definitely recommend that you check it out. And even if you don't need any information or whatever, it's still interesting to read because I'm pretty sure if you pick up the book and read it, there'll be something in there that you didn't know. And any other further things, there are some really good support groups on Facebook. I'm a part of one. They are all private, so nobody can see anything except for whoever's a member in the group. The people are very helpful. I've learned a lot from them. You know, it's so good to know that you're not alone. And type 1 diabetes runs on both sides of my family. My grandfather has it. My father has it. Some of his siblings have it. I have a cousin that has it. Plus type 2 runs on both sides of the family too. You know, a lot of people aren't really informed about diabetes that much. Even though it's on both sides of my family, it's like it doesn't get talked about. I don't know why. It's weird. It's like when you're a type 1 diabetic, you don't want to share the information with people that aren't diabetic because it's hard to, I don't know, get the message across. People think it's a simple thing, and it's not. It's complicated in every frickin' way. You know, the one thing I hate doing is like where everybody's ready to eat. Wait, the plate's on the table. Hold on, everybody's digging in, and I have to go take out my goddamn needle and frickin' shoot up before I can even start eating. That's one thing that annoys me. I want to feel human again. You know what I mean? I want to not have to rely on insulin for the rest of my life. Hopefully they come up with something that is, even if it has to do with stem cells, where we don't have to fight to get insulin or use all this other fucking equipment we have. Just like the Dexcom that I have. Like, changing this, I know it's only every 10 days. My doctor's working on switching mine to 8 days because I have a lot of fails, it seems, when it comes to day 8 or 9. And I'm constantly calling Dexcom for a replacement because the insurance company will not fill the damn thing. But, I don't know. I'm going to keep rolling with these videos, though. I can't wait to put reviews about Dexcom and when I finally get the insulin pump. But I really wanted to share this book with you guys, and I hope that you check it out. And also, don't forget to check out Dr. Bernstein's YouTube podcast. Very informative. And I'll see you soon, tomorrow probably, with my video with the Wagyu A5 strip steak. You guys have a wonderful night.